interval in exactly the way you would have hoped. A big break, a one visit century to close the gap to 3-2. First to 5 to face Mark Selby in tomorrow's Scottish Open semi-finals. And on table 2 and on the Eurosport player, Jack Lazowski has just moved 4-2 in front of Tepchire and New. Lazowski, like Gilbert, still searching for that elusive first ranking title. Mark Allen, defending champion, awaits the winner of that one. And this time, Gilbert successfully rolls in the red, and he's on the black.
Yes, and that was the shot he knocked in a little earlier in the match. Before the mid-session break, I think it was frame 2 or 3, but again, beautifully cued, and he got on the black as he did the previous time.
Eight. Nine.
Oh, that's lovely. And the way that he controlled it, held perfectly for the blue. Little run through, reds to the left corner available. Always worry a bit with Gilbert.
14.
He's got such a long cue action now. He can control the cue ball, but he seems to be able to with it. Tables are quick,
15.
and he seems to be able to just play shots very gently, despite the cue action being one where he, I would have thought, had quite a bit of power. Well, there's a bit of power shown. That was a good shot. Cue ball has gone straight through the middle of the bunch, though. And
22.
spun onto the left cushion. Next red has got to be taken seriously.
Yes, he was a little bit unlucky to end up there. So this is a test under pressure. Nicely done.
23.
Yeah, played dead weight. I mean, you've got to trust yourself and the table to play that shot. Many a player would have run it off the cushion at a little bit more pace. Now he's cueing nicely. He said he didn't practice much. He got beat very early in the UK Championships, pre-TV, and not too many big hitters did. A couple of top 16 players didn't make it. So he probably felt as if, I don't know, just maybe felt as if he didn't want to practice while that tournament was on. And he wasn't in it, so it's taken him a while to just find his game.
Mentioned his 4 ranking final appearances without yet winning one. The one that really would have stung would have been the World Open last year when he was 4 up with 5 to play against Mark Williams. Williams came back to win in the decider. I think he would have been pretty philosophical about his heavy loss to Selby in Crawley at the English Open, because Selby played one of his best ever matches to completely dominate that one. Well, it only just dropped at that pace. It could have stayed out.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about this one at all. Like you say, the extra pace on it, but it just made it.
The impressive thing about Gilbert has been his bounce back ability from some tough losses. Of course, none tougher than his semi-final loss to John Higgins by just the odd frame. He's come back really strongly again this season.
54.
And has now established himself as one of the best players in the world. Inside the top 12, trousered over
55.
£300,000 last season. No reason why his best days aren't still ahead of him.
$60.
He's going to need another red after this one.
$61.
Yes, I'm not sure whether he's got one into a corner pocket. That's usually what you're looking for. That right-hand red, does it go? I think it might. He's just checked it out. Somewhere up there, the red above it might go anyway.
$68.
Well, is he on anything? Yes, that goes. That bottom one goes. They both go, but this definitely passes the other one.
$69.
Well, what a response this is from Gilbert to Trump's century. Just stroked in a long red, landed plumb behind the black, and he's done exactly what Trump did in the first frame after the mid-session
76.
break.
$77.
It was a terrific shot, wasn't it? I mean, he played a few of these. It's the lack of pace. Mark Williams like playing it, just dribbling it in.
85.
Then there was that good bit of cueing off the side cushion. Those shots are missable under pressure, but he's taken these brilliantly. It's been a relatively straightforward passage for Gilbert, although Zhao
92.
Guodong took him to a decider. Ed and Sharaf seen off 4-0. Chang Bingyu and Sean Murphy 4-2. But by his own admission, he hadn't really touched the heights this week. But he's certainly finding his very best snooker this evening when it really matters against the world champion.
Yeah, this is top class. It really is just what he needed
99.
after that century. He had to sit out. And they're asking about the high break, and Judd informs him the news that
100.
he can't beat Jack Niezowski's break of 143 earlier in the match. He can only make 142, so it was Judd who brought in the bad news.
Yes, there is £5,000 available for the highest break.
I've not seen anyone do that before.
170.
Ask their opponent. But of course, they might be aware of it before the session starts, but of course, they're not going to be checking out necessarily in the mid-session interval if anyone's beaten the break. And as I say, Jack did achieve that break
150.
tonight.
$117. $120. 124.
If there's been one weakness in Gilbert's game, it's that killer instinct inside of victory at times.
129.
Well, he's put himself 2 up with 3 to play with some magnificent snooker here. Can he finish the job and take out Judd Trump?
135.
Well, it's been a delightful break, this. I mean, it really has. Just the way that he's gone about it. He hasn't hit many balls with any pace, just stroked them all in. Beautiful stuff.
It doesn't get any better than that. A quite brilliant 1-4-2 clearance from Dave Gilbert. What a response to Judd Trump's century straight after the interval. And Gilbert back in firm control, leading by 4 frames to